next.
On this episode of Next TV, dancing, driving, flying, and flirting. All necessary parts of an active lifestyle.
So we have this piece of music, and it's got verses and it's got a chorus, and there's lots of good action words in the chorus. You want to focus on, like, what are the action words and how do I create those images on stage to go along with the story of what she's saying. As a choreographer, you have to put yourself out here in the audience, you know, like, because you've been a dancer, the tendency is to go, oh, this feels good, or, you know, this is a cool move or whatever, but it might not visually look as good.
There's lots to think about.
There is lots to think about, huh? A lot of times with choreography, maybe you're not singing or you don't have any dialogue, so you really have to use your body language. In the music, she's saying, you're walking away and you're long gone, and what would somebody do?
Probably wave.
They'd wave goodbye, right?
Yeah.
When I choreograph, I always do the feet first.
Okay, and then add the arms after.
And then add the arms after, and then add any of the nuance. So like the body or the head, or like if you want them to focus somewhere.
I guess you gotta try different things with the dancers, right? Before you, like, know, like, do you think something will look good and then you try it and you're like, no, I don't like that?
All the time. I don't think I'm gonna have you sit down. It's just too awkward. Maybe just putting the notebook down like this and just stepping back from the group and waving.
By the time you get this.
God, I like it. I love the part where they're in different levels.
Different
like,
levels,
and waving.
yeah.
Like, how'd you think of doing that?
Having different levels is something you always have in your mind as a choreographer. It just makes it look more interesting. It just gives it a little bit more texture, right? And then you want everybody to be seen. That's really, really important in dance. So that's why, you know, the bodies are arranged like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because Amanda's not standing in front of Sydney, and I always, you know, go, hi Mom, hi Dad, you know, like everybody needs to be seen. That's very important for the shape of what you want to do, right?
People will talk about it, and the talk will walk around it, but you'll be coming home to me.
Good.
Oh my goodness, Brittany, what are you doing with that blueberry out again?
Blackberry, and I'm retweeting my friend's twit pic from France.
The what from the where?
Social networking.
More like social not working.
If only your fingers move that fast in the lobster bits.
You two have no idea what it's like to have friends all over the world.
Alright, I got friends. In fact, I got 10 new Russian friends just the other day.
Where?
Right behind you on the second line.
Yep, the plant just took on some new Russian workers for the peak season. Straight from Russia. I mean, I try and say hello, but they usually keep to themselves. I still like to consider us friends, though.
That one there, Vlad, he keeps asking for a net.
Net!
Well, he probably meant yet. That's Russian for no.
What was that other thing he was saying? He was shaking his foot and saying something like Hiroshi, Suppoji, or Hocus Pocus.
I kind of thought he was saying something about doing a little hokey pokey.
Oh, that makes sense, because he was shaking his foot. You know, you put
your left foot in.
Well, here he comes now. Ask him yourself.
The Russians are coming.
The Russian is coming. Oh my, look, busy.
More fish.
Hello, Hiroshi Suppoji. Hiroshi Suppoji.
Write it down. I'm just going to take what he writes and put it into my Blackberry and then translate it from Russian to English.
What you can do with that phone is amazing. What's he saying?
Hiroshi Suppoji means
Good boots. Oh, good boots.
Ah, good boots.
Oh, he was just looking for a pair of good boots. Tell him Home Hardware.
Home hardware.
Home hardware. Good boots.
Oh, that's why he was shaking his feet at us.
Oh, yeah, not the hokey pokey at
No,
all.
no.
What's your right now?
You don't know means you're pretty.
I think somebody likes your boots.
All right, enough with the social networking.
Ha ha! More fish! More fish! More fish! More fish! More fish!
When some people get their licenses, they think they rule the road, but they really don't. And this can be really dangerous. Some people will do burnouts and donuts and texting and driving or speeding because they think they can, and they really can't. Your car is a killing machine, as much as you may not think it is, and you can really hurt somebody by doing any of these things, or yourself. Not to mention the financial trouble you could get if you got caught. Your car, like I said, your car is a killing machine. You don't want to hurt anybody, so either don't do it or just don't drive.
What's next for you?
What is my biggest weakness?
Yeah, I can only drink maybe like 2 bottles of vodka at a time. Yeah, can't make it over that hump.
I don't think I have one actually.
Gummy bears. Naked. Gummy bears. Eating them naked. At work.
So good to meet you guys. Hi, I'm Dylynn.
John?
I'm overwhelmed.
They teach us to go anywhere in Canada. Like, we're the guys that go where nobody else can go. They train us to be primary care paramedics to be able to treat them, but mostly we're there to get them out, right? Every day we're always flying unless the weather's crap, right? Like today we're not going to get much done, but we're still out and
So you just do
available.
training on here?
Yeah.
Awesome.
We also do work at night too. Yeah, we call it a disco ball. And basically what it is, it's a light that we drop out of the plane. So we carry all kinds of pyrotechnics in here.
Pyro.
These are flares that we use at night. They're 2 million candle power, so they light up the sky like the sun.
Wow. So this is where you would jump from?
But usually we just jump right off the ramp.
Right at the back?
Yeah, just like it is right now is how we would jump.
Woohoo! Welcome to the
cockpit.
All right, yeah, there's 4 crew that work in the cockpit here, a navigator at this little desk, flight engineer sits in the middle, and then 2 pilots up front. Reach back behind your head, grab these 2, bring them over your shoulders, there you go.
And do you have to be buckled like at all times?
Yep, whenever we're flying, we're like this, we're all buckled up.
Is it actually like a car, like gas, brake?
Not at all, not
Okay.
at all, no.
I didn't think so.
When we're taxiing on the ramp here, these are your powers for controlling your engine power, forward and reverse. And then so you would have one hand on the nose wheel steering and one hand on the power, your feet on the rudder pedals, because
So much going on.
yeah, if you push with your toes on the rudder pedals, that's your brakes. So that's how you drive on the ground, so not like a car really.
At all.
No. And a lot of the stuff we do in search and rescue is challenging too. Like, it's flying that you would never do if you were a Air Canada pilot. We're flying down low in the mountains in bad weather. So there's different sort of considerations. You don't want to obviously run into anything, but you want to be safe and find people that are lost.
So when can I retire?
Well, I'm retiring in about 3 years. I have 17 years in now, so I can get out after 20 years and move back to PEI.
I want to be 42 years old, full pension, living the dream. Good job.
was going to mail this letter, but now I have second thoughts.